Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another Workout Wednesday. Thanks for joining. I'm going to make my way to I'm going to call it an office, but it's not really an office. Well, we're trying to convert it into an office, aren't we, Lydia? Hello?
No.
No?
Is this yours?
I don't know.
It ain't mine.
Yeah, I'll have it.
Okay.
As you can see, we still got loads of mess here. For those of you that haven't seen one of our most recent videos, Lydia and I have moved out, so we've got our own place now, which is really exciting. Got a spare room, trying to convert it into an office. We got this desk the other day, which is pretty ginormous, to be honest. I should have actually checked out the measurements, but I really like it anyway. And then we got that smaller one there. Reason we got two desks is because both of us need to do work. But when you put the small one next to that one, it looks ridiculous. So I think the way it's going to work is the first person into the room to start work is going to shotgun this desk, and then the second person in has to sit over there in the corner and be moody, which is bound to be Lydia, because she never gets up early. She loves her sleep. And yeah, as you can see, like loads of rubbish on the floor still, but really trying to make this space like good for creating videos, podcasts, just a really good work environment. Have got both my bikes up here, which takes up a lot of space, so I want to try and get some sort of bike storage. Now I'm thinking having the Propel above the Trinity on some sort of bike rack. I haven't had one of those bike racks before. If there's anyone watching who has a decent bike storage system that they think is really good, that holds two bikes, one above the other, let me know, because I want to get something decent. I don't want to just skimp out on something really cheap, because the bikes are expensive and I don't want anything to happen to them. I don't want them to get damaged, so I want something pretty sturdy. I've looked at a few things, but if there's anyone out there who would really recommend something that they've got or that they've seen, let me know in the comments section below, because I'll be really interested. So that's that boring stuff out of the way. Before I do get on to the main bit of this week's video with the Workout Wednesday, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone getting involved with the channel, people who are commenting, new people who are subscribing, the loyal people who have subscribed for years. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. The channel seems to be growing really nicely at the minute, which is just really good to see. And I really hope you guys are all enjoying these videos that I'm doing. So yeah, just thanks so much to everyone for the support. It really does mean a lot, and to see the channel grow is yeah, it's really exciting. So long may it last, and yeah, it should be a good year. Without any further ado, let's crack on with this week's video. The title of this video is how you can get faster without putting in more effort, or without being fitter, which I suppose is actually what we're all after. Bottom line is, training is hard, and to get fitter you have to put in a lot of effort. You have to put in a degree of effort, and there has to be a lot of consistency there, and you guys know all of that. What if there was a way of getting faster without putting in too much effort? Well, luckily there is. We are going to be referring to the bike today. As you can see behind me, I got my giant Trinity, which I have added to over the years, added bits and bobs, like as you can see, the Drag to Zero poles, the Kismet arm pads, got the MV wheels from Saddleback, incredible, ISM saddle, everything on there. Like I've changed and I've manipulated things, and I've bought different things to make me faster, or all with a goal of going faster. But you can buy all the equipment you want. If you can't hold position, and if you can't hold power in that position, there is almost no point in having that bit of equipment anyway. I'd say the fundamentals are more important. Holding a good position, being able to put power out in your position is more important than the actual equipment that you're using. That's what I would argue anyway. Probably are people out there that would disagree with me. That's absolutely fine. And that's basically what we're going to be talking about today, is aero drills on the bike to make you faster for the least amount of effort possible. Now I'm sure majority of people watching this have done plenty of drills in the pool and have done plenty of drills when before you do a run session. So why aren't we doing drills on a bike session? Why aren't we doing it before a bike session? Why aren't we doing drills as a bike session? A drill session predominantly focused on that drill. There's no reason why you shouldn't, and it's definitely something that you can consider. Plenty of different drills you can work on. We can think about pedaling efficiency, stuff like that. But today we're going to be focusing on aero drills, and over a period of time, it's really, really easy to see the benefits and really satisfying when you do see those benefits. So I'm going to go through this like we do every single workout Wednesday. The first question is, why would you do aero drills, or why would you include aero drills in your training? Well, it's a very good reason to do it, is because you can hold your position for far longer. If you've trained in your position, you'll be able to ride at more power in that position, being able to ride further, being able to ride faster, being able to ride more efficiently as well. So it might not be an issue for people who are doing super short distance. I still think you should be doing aero drills, but for those of you that are doing 70.3, full Ironman, stuff like that, getting into a good aero position and being able to be comfortable in your aero position is so important. And I would argue that the better bikers on race day aren't necessarily the ones that are putting out monster power. They aren't necessarily the ones that have the crazy aero position on a couple of occasions during the race. They're the ones that have the most comfortable position for them. It's kind of the best of both worlds. They're able to put out good power, sustain that position, and be as efficient as possible. That's what long distance racing is all about. And these are the type of athletes that I would really get you to consider doing aero drills. And especially for those of you, if you're doing time trialing as well, so important to be efficient on a time trial, and position can be, can make or break it really. So it is definitely something to consider, and that's why you should include aero drills in your training. The next question is, when would you include this session? You can include it, like I said earlier, you can have it as a whole session dedicated to the drill, or you can have it as a bit of a prep set. What I would recommend for those of you that are starting out doing some aero drills, keep the efforts really easy, like zone 1, zone 2. Don't go into hard efforts straight away. Build up the duration you're able to sit in that position, and then you can start to include maybe some harder efforts holding that good position. But aero drills are a brilliant way of making an easy ride interesting. Like if you've got an hour and a half and you're sitting on Zwift, that is boring. I think anyone finds that boring after a while. I definitely do. You need something to think about. When you include some aero drills, that just gives you some mental stimulus, and it makes it interesting. It makes it more enjoyable. So maybe, if you've got an easy ride in the week, instead of just going out and riding easy, or sitting on Zwift and riding easy, incorporate some aero drills into there. You're kind of hitting two birds with one stone. Then you're getting your aero drills in and you're getting your easy ride in. So finally, what is the session? Well, first of all, you've got 10 minutes, really nice and easy. Zone 1, zone 2 spin. Do that in a relaxed position. Don't do that in your aero position. And then you go into a 30-minute block, and you're doing this as 7 minutes aero, 3 minutes out of aero position, nice and relaxed. Now all of this is zone 1, zone 2. It's not hard. You can develop this over time and include some zone 3, some sweet spot. Maybe you include a few surges, stuff like that, but only once you've fully mastered the fundamentals of holding your position for a decent amount of time. So really progress this nice and slowly. So like I said, 7 minutes aero, 3 minutes out of aero. Of those 7 minutes, complete it as 20 seconds, as aggressive as you can hold that position, still riding easy. 40 seconds, more relaxed, but still in an aero position, okay? So it's about having multiple aero positions you can tap into. You're not just holding one position for the whole of the race day. You've got to have positions that are super aero, when you really want to capitalize on that speed or punch through a headwind, something like that. And then you need to have a more relaxed position that you can sustain for more duration of the race. So after that 30-minute block, you've then just got 10 minutes nice and easy spin, and you are done. Nice, that's just a really nice, easy way of making an easy ride more interesting
and then you can develop it by so many different ways and make it really, really interesting and progress it. And it's so easy to see progression, because if you can hold a position for longer and put out the same amount of power, you're progressing, you're doing better. Or even better, if you can hold the position and put out more power for the same duration, like, you're doing better. And then when you take that out onto the road, you'll be flying, and it'll be so good. And it's all about being as efficient as possible. That's what I keep saying. And being able to hold position is so, so important. Like I said, there's no point in having that bike behind me if I can't hold the position. One thing I would say, and I really do want to stress this before I leave you guys, do not be tempted to make your position look good just for Instagram or something like that. Like, I've fallen into that trap before. I've tried to make my position look as aggressive and as cool as possible, and that just does not work. Like, I mean, you look at some pros out there, they've got crazy good positions. All right, brilliant. Well, they're pro athletes. They've got all day to work on their mobility, their position, their power output, everything like that. Majority of people are not that. They don't have that type of lifestyle. Don't worry about having a position that looks good, as long as it feels good for you, and as long as you can put out power, you can hold position, you can be efficient. That's a good position for you. You can develop it over time, but don't fall into the trap of going, I'm just going to slam the bars and make it look as aggressive as possible, and that's really quick, because it's not, and it won't be sustainable, and you won't be able to hold position. And honestly, trust me on this, it's not pretty. Like, I've had so many issues from just going, yeah, I'm just going to slam it because it looks cool and everyone else does it. No, do not fall into that trap. I would say, if anyone is unsure on their bike fit, whether they don't know if their bike fit's right for them, let me know, because I can hook you up with a really good bike fitter. He knows his stuff, and he will really be able to help you out. That is it from me. I hope you enjoyed this week's Workout Wednesday. Hope everyone's training is going well, and I will see you in the next video.